Welcome to Draft Mayhem, where we're going to be doing a disgusting amount of mock drafts this season. We're also going to be doing player profiles, team needs, and much, much more. Today, we're going to be doing the mock draft of the top 10 picks in the upcoming 2025 NFL Draft. We're going to be using PFF's mock simulator. Let's get right into it here. We got a lot of options. You'll see at the top of the board, we have the New York Giants selecting number 1 overall, which means, yes, we did a trade at the top of the board. Dabo gets his pick of the QB litter. Let's take a look at the available QBs in this draft. Dabo's going to go with the Colorado product, Shedeur Sanders. Dion's going to be okay with Shedeur going to the big New York market. I think he's going to try to have him avoid going to Cleveland and stay off of that trap there. Shedeur's got good accuracy, not a great arm. He's got a good arm, but he's improved every year he's been in college. He's handled all the scrutiny. He's gotten pretty well. He was a high-profile player there. Being Dion's son and, taking their entire team from Jackson to Colorado. I think he'll handle the pressures of New York well, and I think that's a good fit. So pick number 2, the Cleveland Browns. For the love of God, I hope they get rid of Deshaun Watson. I don't want to watch him. Cleveland doesn't want to watch him. I don't think anyone in the world wants to watch Deshaun Watson play in the NFL again, let alone on Cleveland. That was the worst trade in history. I hate it. I hated it. I still hate it. Everyone hates it. I'm sure the Cleveland brass hate it too. They're going to be dealing with dead cap space for the next few years if they do decide to cut him. Maybe they can go after him for legal matters. I don't know. I don't know how that works. We'll see. They're going to take the next best QB on the board. That's Cam Ward. Cam's exciting. He's got a huge arm. He has up and down accuracy issues, but he's exciting. He's athletic. He can move in the pocket. He can make some things happen on the run. He's got a good amount of college experience, which seems to be the new trend of taking QBs this early. Cleveland gets someone to root for who isn't named Deshaun, and that's a win-win for everyone. Pick number 3, the Tennessee Titans. They have their choice of non-QBs on the board here after trading down with New York. The NFL is a copycat league. Who's in the Super Bowl again? It's the Philadelphia Eagles. What's their draft mentality? They usually go draft defensive line, offensive line early and often. Tennessee wants to build those two sides of the line. They really need to. Last year they took the enormous Alabama product, J.C. Latham. They put him at tackle. He had a sort of up and down year, but I think he's going to turn into a really, really great player. They could use some more competition at QB, but trading back, it's not available now. Hopefully they sign maybe a veteran to compete with Will Levis and kind of push him in the right direction. They're going to go on the opposite side of the ball here and grab Abdul Carter out of Penn State. Anyone who watched the college playoffs know that's the most explosive guy on the field anytime he's out there. That dude explodes off the line of scrimmage. He's twitchy as hell. He's in the backfield before the tackle can even take a step back. They put him on a line with T'Vondre Sweat, who they took last year. Either the late first round or early second round. I can't remember if they traded up for him. But he was out of Texas. He's that behemoth defensive tackle, and he turned out to be a really good player this year. He is powerful as hell. And when he played the Bears, which was my team, he wrecked our interior offensive line. It was not fun to watch. So you pair Abdul Carter next to him, and that's a fun defensive line to watch. Pick number 4 on the board, we have the New England Patriots. It feels good to see them keep picking early in the draft because for a while they were not, and they always seem to keep trading back even later into the second round. And I don't know, Belichick had a weird draft strategy there for a few years. They've had a lot of needs. I'd love to help out Drake May, who looked very promising with the starts that he did have last year. I think he needs more protection. The New England Patriots have a ton of cap space. I think they have the most cap space in the NFL this offseason. Hopefully they can sign a receiver. Someone like T. Higgins would be awesome if they could throw the bag at him. I know they took Polk pretty early last year, who didn't really pan out, but maybe another year under his belt. Let's give Drake May some protection because that offensive line was awful. We'll go with the LSU product, Will Campbell. He's got a ton of reps under his belt. He doesn't have those elite traits that you're looking for, but he's just so solid in everything. Solid in pass protection, solid in run blocking. He's 6'6", so he's got plenty of size. I've read that he might have short arms, and we'll see at the combine or his pro day if he doesn't go. You can play him at tackle, you can play him at guard, so he's going to be a stud in the league for the next 10 years. Super solid player. Pick number 5, the Jacksonville Jaguars. Travis Hunter is still on the board. I think we need to lock him up. Everyone knows Travis, the Heisman winner. This dude's a stud at cornerback. I hope he continues to play at cornerback. I think, throw him out there in offense once in a while if you want to. That could be exciting. Having him on the same field as Brian Thomas Jr. Would be a ton of fun on offense if you could put him in some red zone packages or some go balls. Travis has obviously all the athleticism in the world, playing on both sides of the ball for the past couple of years. Pick number 6. I know it's a very popular pick, and I don't know if all the Raiders fans love it, but I do. Ashton Jeanty, running back out of Boise State. This guy is strong, balanced, fast, can cut on a dime. He's everything you want in a running back. I think almost equally as talented as Bijan Robinson from a couple years ago. So he gives Raiders an exciting product. Pete Carroll, the new head coach, gets his running back for the next however many years Pete's going to be there. They need someone at QB, but unfortunately, they don't have one of the top 2 picks, so I don't think another QB is worth taking here. Hopefully they can sign maybe a Sam Darnold, maybe a Justin Fields, maybe a veteran like Flacco, or someone to get the ball rolling here. They drafted Brock Bowers last year, who is an absolute stud at tight end. They've got Jacoby Myers. I don't know, maybe they can sign another veteran wide receiver and get this room rolling. Pick number 7 in the draft, the New York Jets. They had a very disappointing season with Aaron Rodgers at the helm there. I think they're going to keep him for another year. They did so many weird moves last year. They traded for Devontae Adams. It was just a weird year for the Jets. Hopefully he's better another year removed from that Achilles injury. I'm going to go with Mason Graham here, the defensive tackle out of Michigan. They've got Aaron Glenn, he's the new coach there in New York, who had that other Michigan product in Aiden Hutchinson down in Detroit there. I think they're going to love Mason Graham. He is a stud defensive tackle. He is powerful. He can He can defend the run. He can pressure the QB. You know, there's not really any weaknesses in Mason's game, and you pair him next to Quinnen Williams and who's that other guy? Will McDonald, that defensive end they took 2 years ago, I think. That explosive defensive end who had a really good 2024 season. So Aaron Glenn likes that. He's got defensive line to work with there, and he can really wreak some havoc on the other teams there. Pick number 8, the Carolina Panthers. Bryce Young started to look pretty good by the end of the year here. I'd love to give him some more weapons, especially with McMillan on the board still, but Carolina's defense was awful, and they just don't have many playmakers. I'm going to give them some explosiveness off the line there and give them the edge rusher from Tennessee, James Pierce. This guy is fast as hell off the line. Real twitched up like Abdul. But this guy's got all the traits in the world, 6'5", 250. He just gives them some talents on the line, something to build around there in Carolina, and that fits real well there. Pick number 9, the New Orleans Saints. They're probably going to rock with Derek QB again, with Derek Carr at QB again. Chris Olave got injured again, so they didn't have many options besides him. Alvin Kamara still looked pretty good this year, which was a nice surprise. We're going to give him McMillan here. We're going to give Carr another option to throw to. They picked that Oregon State tackle last year, give Carr some protection. They could use some more help there, but I think he needs another guy to throw to. McMillan fits that bill. He actually complements Olave really well. McMillan's a big body receiver. He can go up and get the ball. He's about 6'5". Smooth route runner for his height. He can do everything. You know, he doesn't have that, 4.3, low 4.4 speed, but I think he's probably going to run about a 4.5. Similar to Mike Evans coming out, but I think he's going to be a stud in the league for the next 10 years, like Mike Evans. Pick number 10 on the board here, we have my Chicago Bears, who I unfortunately had the pleasure of watching every game this season. Again, very disappointing season. It seems to be, hey, we win the offseason every year, though. That's our claim to fame. We really need to protect Caleb Williams. He just got blasted by every defense this year because our interior line was giving up so much pressure. I really like Kelvin Banks here out of Texas. He is a powerful guy. He played tackle. I think we can move him inside guard, and he's going to hold up really, really well against those NFC guys, those NFC North defenders who have been wreaking havoc on us the past few years. Gives Caleb some protection, gives him time to throw to DJ Moore and Rome Odunze. Hopefully we sign some other interior guys this offseason and we fix that part of the line and we really let Caleb unleash this offseason or this upcoming season. There you have it, the first 10 picks in the upcoming 2025 NFL Draft. And we're going to be firing out these mock drafts all the time. I'm going to be switching it up. I'm going to be doing different trades. We're going to be looking at every player in the top 50 picks of the upcoming 2025 NFL Draft, hopefully, doing a deep dive on all of them. So stay tuned. Thanks for watching. Hopefully you like this video and keep waiting for the next ones.